Hello, my name is Karen Chen from the AMS, and today we are interviewing Dr. Nelly Auersperg about the Great Trek Award.
Hello.
Dr. Nelly Auersperg was a professor in the Faculty of Science and then the Faculty of Medicine, and then near the end of her research, she specialized in ovarian cancer research. First of all, Dr. Nelly Auersperg, congratulations on winning the Great Trek Award. What does this award mean to you?
I think it made me very happy because to me it indicated that I had done something worthwhile and useful scientifically, which is what this award actually is about.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, when I first came to Vancouver, I applied to all medical schools in North America, including the US. I had no idea how the system works outside Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody accepted me, including UBC.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely nobody.
Yeah.
Except Seattle, University of Washington. That's where I got my MD.
Oh, I see.
Did a PhD in biology at UBC,
Oh, awesome.
where I learned how to do research and then stayed here for good.
So our next question is, what is your biggest piece of advice for graduating students?
I have two pieces of advice. One is that you should choose a career, and it should be one that not just makes money or gives you a job or is fun. It should be something truly worthwhile that you will devote much of your life to. And I think it's important that you enjoy it. You should have fun. You should look forward to going to work.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be a chore. And in addition to enjoying your career, it should be something useful. You should feel that you will contribute to society one way or another. It can be being a sports person, or being a housewife, or being a scientist, but it should be something that will make it a better world.
Our third question is, what is the biggest lesson you've learned from being a professor at the University of British Columbia?
That's hard, but I think one surprising lesson that I learned, particularly from my graduate students and students I worked closely with, was how smart they are, how often they were smarter than me, that they were wonderful people to live and work with. And I very quickly learned that there were students who were not particularly good at what they were doing or interested. I learned very quickly that the way to deal with that kind of individual was to leave him or her alone, because they had their own ideas that were often better than mine. And I think one of the lessons I learned at UBC is how very, very often young people are much wiser than their instructors, and you should just let them go.
Okay, so our next question is, nowadays many fields in science and engineering are still male-dominated. What advice or encouragement do you have for women hoping to find success in these fields?
Well, my first statement is a contradiction. I think it is not nearly as male-dominated as it once was when I was young. When, for example, I was in medical school, we were 105 students, 5 of us were women.
Wow.
And I learned my English at the University of Washington, where I went to medical school. And to this day, I respond when somebody says, "you guys," because everything was guys and never gals at the University of Washington. But improved a lot. And I was first at the UBC faculty. The salaries for women were substantially lower than the salaries for men. Mm-hmm. And I still remember I accepted this as normal. Mm-hmm. And the official excuse was that we had husbands who made money, so we didn't need a high salary. One rather funny example of discrimination was, I believe it was somewhere in the emergency department at Vancouver General Hospital. There were 2 toilets and they were labeled women and doctors. So I could go to both. Yes. And of course this has changed a lot.
And our final question is, what is your best advice in dealing with rejection and overcoming adversity?
Well, first of all, I think rejection and adversity are 2 different things. Rejection is when usually someone doesn't care for you, doesn't like you, doesn't be with you, which is always sad, but I think you have to ask yourself always, am I being rejected because of something about me, something I have done? And if you find that it's really your problem, then it's up to you to do something about it. Mm-hmm. And often you can. If not, well, maybe you should just accept it. Adversity is really something that you may not be able to help. Climatic change, an earthquake, unexpected accident, a health problem in the family is adversity, but it's not something you created or you can blame yourself for. Mm-hmm. So it's something external. Mm-hmm. Rejection, I think, is a lot more personal.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Dr. Nelly Auersperg, for your time, and thank you for tuning in as well. And see you next time.
Bye.